When Ant Group quietly released a new multimodal AI assistant last Tuesday, nobody, not even the company, expected what would happen next. LingGuang was supposed to be another steady step in Ant's AI expansion, something that would fit neatly alongside its existing tools and models. Instead, it became a phenomenon that roared across China, overflowed servers, crashed entire features, and then spilled into the global market at lightning speed. Ant Group thought they were launching an app. What they actually launched was a shockwave. Within just 4 days, LingGuang crossed 1 million downloads. By the start of the new week, it had already doubled that number and climbed past 2 million. The growth was faster than the early waves of ChatGPT and even Sora, which is astonishing considering how quickly those platforms dominated their own launch cycles. On the Chinese App Store, LingGuang shot straight to the top of the utility category and held its place among the most downloaded apps across every single category. People weren't just curious, they were obsessed. They downloaded it, stress-tested it, broke it, and then pushed it even harder. And at the center of all this hype was one explosive feature: the Flash program. The Flash program feature that crashed under its own popularity. The Flash program tool turned LingGuang into more than an assistant. It transformed it into a tiny, instant software engineer. You type something as casual as "make me a calorie tracker" or "build me an activity generator for my kids," and in less than 30 seconds, the assistant doesn't give you instructions or generic code. It builds an actual working mini-app right inside the chat, complete with buttons, inputs, logic, and clean functionality. People had never seen something move this fast. They threw prompt after prompt at it, testing every bizarre idea they could think of. And the result? Chaos, in the best possible way. Ant Group confirmed that the Flash program builder collapsed temporarily because the traffic hit heights they had not even dared to predict. Their servers began buckling under millions of prompts firing at once. Engineers scrambled to stabilize the system, while users watched the app melt under its own success. But by the time it came back online, it was clear that LingGuang wasn't a novelty. It had tapped into a hunger millions didn't even know they had. An AI that doesn't just tell you things, it builds things. Multimodal, visual, and fully interactive. LingGuang's secret isn't just speed, it's the way it blends visual reasoning, animation, interactivity, coding, and explanation into one unified experience. Most AI assistants fall into 2 predictable buckets. They either talk to you or they write code for you. LingGuang does both. But then it goes much further. Ant Group designed it as China's first multimodal assistant built specifically around code-driven outputs, which means it doesn't just reply with text. It can generate dynamic animations, 3D models you can rotate, audio clips on demand, neat data charts, interactive maps for travel planning, and full mini programs built entirely inside the chat. This is the part that changed the way people thought about AI. Ask LingGuang about something complicated, quantum entanglement, for example, and instead of getting a dense wall of text, you get a short, clean animation that shows the entire concept play out step by step. Ask it about supply and demand, and it builds a moving diagram where curves shift in real time. Ask it to help you understand a historical event or an economic principle, and it gives you a dynamic scene instead of paragraphs. People weren't prepared for this. For the first time, learning felt physical. Information wasn't static. It was something you could touch, move, manipulate, and play with. This is what made LingGuang jump from another AI assistant to something that feels like the future: the AGI Camera. Another feature that sent shockwaves across social media was the AGI Camera. It acts like a live intelligent lens capable of analyzing whatever you point it at in real time. Aim it at a crowd, a kitchen, a set of tools, a street corner, or even a piece of machinery, and LingGuang immediately processes the entire scene. It explains objects, interprets actions, identifies problems, and even offers instant transformations or edits. It doesn't wait for long text prompts. It understands the world visually the moment you show it. Ant Group positioned this feature as a bridge toward more agent-like behavior. Instead of needing the user to describe every detail, LingGuang begins to understand the world directly, just like a human assistant would. This is the kind of real-time perception that many people have been expecting from next-generation AI, and suddenly, it appeared inside a mobile app. The architecture behind LingGuang's speed and stability. What makes LingGuang so powerful is not magic, it's architecture. When users give the assistant a request, it doesn't process it linearly. Instead, it tears the task into smaller components, handles them in parallel, and stitches them back together at the end. This modular task system is becoming the backbone of many frontier AI models, and LingGuang implements it aggressively. The real breakthrough, however, is the native coding engine. Unlike other assistants that generate code but cannot run it without external tools, LingGuang executes the code directly inside the chat environment, instantly transforming it into a working tool. This is why the Flash program feature feels so fast and so seamless. It's not pretending, it's actually programming. Ant Group's CTO, Huang Jiangyu, described the mission with surprising clarity. In his words, LingGuang's purpose is to give every user their own personal AI developer, a pocket engineer capable of building, animating, reasoning, and visualizing anything they need. Some people doubted that vision when the app launched. Nobody doubts it now. A global launch on day one. Unlike many Chinese technology platforms that start domestically before expanding, Ant Group made a different choice with LingGuang. They released it globally on the Apple App Store, on major Android stores worldwide, and through the official website LingGuang.com. This wasn't an accident. Ant wants global relevance, not regional recognition. They want LingGuang to compete with ChatGPT, Gemini, Anthropic's Claude, Perplexity, and every other frontier tool shaping the world's AI future. And this move didn't appear out of thin air. Ant Group has been aggressively expanding its AI portfolio throughout the year. Their healthcare AI platform, AQ, has already collected over 140 million users across China, linking patients to thousands of hospitals and hundreds of thousands of doctors. Their humanoid robot, the R1, positioned as a competitor to Tesla's Optimus, made headlines earlier in the year, and their Ling series models are pushing into trillion-parameter territory. LingGuang is simply the crown jewel, a public demonstration that Ant Group is ready to enter the global AI race without hesitation. Claude Opus 4.5 is looming. While LingGuang was exploding across China and the global app stores, another storyline was brewing within the AI community. Anthropic appears to be preparing one of its biggest updates in months, with strong signs pointing toward the imminent launch of Claude Opus 4.5. Developers spotted references to internal builds, names like Claude Kayak, in benchmark systems. This usually happens right before a major release. If the rumors are true, Claude's next upgrade is imminent, and it's meant to counter the pressure from models like GPT 5.1, Gemini 3, and now LingGuang. Anthropic is also working on a new skills framework that lets users build custom abilities entirely inside the chat, bypassing complicated dashboards. Add in a referral program for Claude Code and a mysterious internal feature labeled MeBrain, and it becomes clear that Anthropic is preparing for a big announcement window. Perplexity's secret model and Warp's developer revolution. Adding more fuel to the fire, Perplexity is quietly testing something labeled Model C, which some suspect may be linked to an early integration of Claude Sonnet 4.5. Perplexity says it's a debugging tool, but the backend behavior raised eyebrows throughout the developer community. Considering how quickly Perplexity adopts new frontier models, nobody would be surprised if something big is coming. And as if the AI world didn't already have enough momentum, Warp released Agents 3.0, an update that embeds AI deeper into terminal workflows than any tool today. Warp's new system can interact with fully fledged terminal applications, revise implementation plans collaboratively, conduct interactive code reviews, and connect directly to Slack, GitHub, and Linear. Developers testing it claim it feels less like a tool and more like a teammate. A global AI wave is here. From LingGuang's explosive rise in China to Anthropic's looming upgrade, Perplexity's secret projects, and Warp's bold developer innovations, the AI ecosystem is accelerating faster than anyone predicted. The shift is no longer about chatbots that answer questions. We're entering a world of agentic systems that act, perceive, build, animate, reason, and interact with the real world in real time. LingGuang didn't just launch, it detonated. And in doing so, it signaled that the next phase of AI, truly interactive AI, has officially begun. And that's the wild new reality we're stepping into. AI that doesn't just talk, but builds, thinks, creates, and understands the world around us in real time. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and catch every breakthrough the moment it drops, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.